Hey, how you doing, everyone? This is Jonathan Coates, and in today's free copywriting slash advertising training, I want to share with you some swipes that my mother sent me a while back. It was around October 5th. She sent me these swipes, and it's a self-sufficient backyard. It's this, I believe, older couple. They're in their 50s or 60s, and they were just talking about how now that we're both in our 60s, we decided to downsize everything. We took all that we've learned during the last couple of decades and created a paradise retreat with one thing in mind: to make a self sustaining but low maintenance homestead that doesn't need much work or expense. So, the reason why she sent me this is because she saw a reel on Instagram that was related to what her and I was talking about, because we're trying to create a compound that's self-sufficient ourselves and then create different ones all around the world, and just one that kind of just uses the energy from the earth, etc. She was saying how she found it interesting that the reel pulled her in, how I always talk about the free offer using an opt-in incentive, and it caused her to land on this page, which is basically just a sales letter for this program. This is basically just a program and a book that they're trying to sell that helps you to create a self-sufficient backyard for the independent homesteader. And it spoke directly to her because my mother is in her 60s. So as she was reading this, she was able to relate to it herself. We are two of the back to the land people from the late 1970s. We have been living off the grid for the last 40 years, and we've enjoyed every bit of it. And all that time, an electric wire has never been connected to our house. We haven't gotten or paid an electricity bill in over 40 years, but we have all the electricity that we want. We grow everything that we need here in our small backyard. We also have a small medicinal garden, which has helped us to get so forth and so on. And then they have a video here. So this is the headline and the video sales letter at the top of the page. And I want to share with you an excerpt from Advertising Secrets of the Written Word, where he says, "Now you're ready to start learning the techniques I use to write copy. You already understand the importance of having a broad general knowledge. This takes time and is a lifelong quest. And then you understand the importance of obtaining specific knowledge on a project that you're working on. This, I hope, is quite clear from chapter 2. But what you're about to learn in this chapter and the chapter that follows is specific knowledge you will need to understand my copywriting approach and to become a top copywriter. In these chapters, I will present several axioms. Each one will be in bold type, and each one is critical to your understanding of my philosophy. The axiom presented in this chapter is very important and very difficult to believe at first. Understand the concept. Understand this concept. Believe in it, and it will give you a good foundation for your future writing skills. Don't believe in it, and you'll fall into the trap that many copywriters typically fall into. To introduce the concept, let's look at the CB radio ad on the next page, which ran from 1975 to 1977. The ad has all the elements you would expect any space ad to have. And to understand this first axiom, I would ask my students to define the purpose of each element in the advertisement. The following is what we finally decided. So this is what I want to get to right here. Number 1, headline. So the purpose of the headline is to get your attention and draw you to the subheadline. The subheadline is to give you more information and further explain the attention-getting headline. That's the purpose of the subheadline. And then the photo or a drawing is to get your attention and to illustrate the product more fully. The caption is to describe the photo or a drawing, an important element and one that is often read. And the copy, which is basically this right here, the copy is this information right here. This would be the ad copy, all of this right here, and this is the photos right here that they're referring to illustrate the product more fully. As you can see, they're giving you images from what's inside the book. So he's talking about this specific ad right here from the 1970s. So this is the headline here, the Pocket CB, and we got the subheadline: New integrated circuit technology and a major electronic breakthrough brings you the world's smallest citizens band transceiver. And then we got the paragraph in the heading: to break up the copy into chunks, thereby making the copy look less imposing. In another book, the Robert Collier letter, he talks about airing out the copy. I want to share with you an excerpt from here. And I also want to share with you a bit of information about this book as well. So we had the photos and the drawing in the Pocket CB. We had the captions underneath, which, remember, the caption is to describe the photo or drawing, which is an important element and one that is often read. It's always like right before the photo. Then you got your ad copy, you got the logo, and then you got a response device, which is a call to action. what you want them to do. So the response device to give the reader a way to respond to the ad by using the coupon, toll-free number, or ordering information usually near the end of the ad. The price is to let the reader know what the product or service costs. The price could be in a large type or it could be buried in the copy. And the logo is to display the name of the company selling the product. And the overall layout, the purpose there is to just provide the overall appearance for the ad by using effective graphic design for the other elements. So the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because it really relates to these swipes here. We got the headline, we have a bit of a sub headline, but it's below the photo. So what we have is the headline here, and then we have a video sales letter that's right below the headline, which further illustrates the product. And video sales letters are more engaging than just regular sales letters. They have higher conversions. So we got the headline here, and then we have the photo or drawing, which is right below the video sales letter, and we got the ad copy. So I'll be sure to leave this in the description. It'll be like the Google search results, and you can make the decision on whether or not you want to buy it or try to find the free PDF version. But I highly recommend that you check out this book, Advertising Secrets, the ultimate resource on how to write powerful advertising copy. So the Robert Collier letter book is a really valuable book with advertising and copywriting. And I just want to read this first paragraph here. What is there about some letters that makes them so much more effective than others? A letter may have a perfect diction, a finished style. It may bristle with attention getters and interest arousers. It may follow every known rule, yet when it reaches the hall of judgment where the reader sits and decides its fate, it may find itself cast into the hell of waste basketdom. While some screed lacking any pretense or polish or the finer arts of correspondence, blandly picks up the bacon and walks home with it. Why? Because getting the results you set out to accomplish with a letter is no more a matter of rule of thumb than is landing a fish with a rod and hook. You know how often you have seen some ragged urchin pull in a fish and after fish with the crudest of lines, with the sportsman. So the ultimate purpose of every business letter simmers down to this. The reader of this letter wants certain things. The desire for them is, consciously or unconsciously, the dominant idea in his mind all the time. You want him to do a certain definite thing for you. How can you tie this up to the thing he wants in such a way that the doing of it will bring him a step nearer to his goal? So that's the whole purpose here, and that's why the response device is really important, to give the reader a way to respond to the ad by using either a coupon, a toll-free number, or ordering information, or a checkout page. I also actually made a video just recently on checkout pages, the ultimate guide to sales funnel checkout pages, proven strategies, optimize, convert, profit. And I strongly recommend that you check out my playlist, Copywriting Tutorials, where I go into greater detail on the different formulas with copywriting, and I have a ton of different videos that should be really helpful in regards to this subject matter right here. So that second paragraph, when you have your ideal letter written to your satisfaction, let it cool for a day. The next day, go over it and cross out every descriptive phrase and adjective that cannot honestly be applied to your product. You'll be surprised at how many you have left more than enough to write the finest sort of a letter that will build a picture in your reader's mind so desirable that he will scarcely be able to refrain from ordering. There's an old saying, there's nothing you can say about a 50-cent cigar that you cannot say about a 5-cent one in the cream of advertising. It seems to be proving the truth of it. You see, the only difference between an expensive product and one of ordinary price is usually one of degree. In a general way, the look-alike, they are made of much of the same type of material. Your job is to build a picture in his mind of what he will get from your product or service. Build it with bricks he can handle, i.e. with words and mental images that are familiar to him. Do not exaggerate or he will refuse to believe in it and kick the whole structure over disgustingly. Like a child trying to build with blocks a house that will not come out right, but keep it attractive. Keep it desirable, more desirable far than the money or the time or the trouble it takes to build it. Do not make the mistake of trying to stress in your letter all the points of your product. You can list them in separate folder to make your letter the stronger for it, but find the one point on which your sale is likely to hang and build your letter around it. Let that be the focal point of your mental image, your picture, and let every word in it be a brushstroke that adds clearness and power to that one focal point. And remember that it's not enough merely to tell your reader to order now or mail the enclosed card at once. Why must he do this? What will he gain by doing it now? What will he lose by the delay? So that's pretty much it. I wanted to share that second paragraph with you. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoy. Be sure to check out the playlist as well as the advertising secrets of the written word and the Robert Collier letter book. And I also have these swipes in the description for the self-sufficient backyard. My mother sent me this October 5th, and I just had to make a video about it. And speaking of traffic, if you're trying to get consistent droves of high quality targeted leads to your business on a consistent basis for free without having to spend money on advertising or do any kind of crazy cold marketing, bugging your friends and family, or trying to tap into the cold market, then I encourage you to take a look at the limitlesstrafficformula.com. It's a free resource where you can get droves of consistent leads to your business every single day using my daily action plan and my traffic cheat sheet. You'll see it in the description. It'll take you to this page right here where I basically walk you through and I show you what you're going to get, and you'll get the entire formula with the free 5 days video training, and I show you exactly how to do it. All right, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. See you then.